My mind was absolutely blown away, and I regret not doing a reaction video to this episode. But oh my freaking god, Kuzuku Sensei, freaking he destroyed freaking Saber. Not destroyed her, but he managed to counter every moves. Oh my, it was amazing. He's basically the master of caster. The master of caster basically approved of what caster was doing. He didn't really care about the whole nuclear war. He doesn't care about the whole master seven situation. He's basically a spectator of the entire thing while being in it. So he's most how spectator characters are. He basically doesn't care about it. He watches the war. He basically watches everything that happen. He doesn't really care what caster does. If she takes a man over some people, he's like, you know, why do I care about strangers? They don't really care about me. And I so like I don't like that perspective of view, but kinda I understand it. So even though if I don't like it, that doesn't mean I don't understand what he's trying to say. That, you know, they're mere people. Why should you care about them if they don't know who he is, if they don't know who they is? You know what I mean? Just like the whole, you know, just going with your life, whatever. But I don't like the fact that, you know, Cass is taking precious lives away from people. There might be people who care about those other people, that she's taking their mana away. Eventually, if you take out too much magic or mana, they'll basically die, and eventually, you know, she got labeled as something else worse than a killer eventually. And also, Kuzuku Sensei was the master of caster, and apparently he was a killer previously, and his skills show me that I don't think he's from this time. I believe he's from some other time maybe, and I have no idea what. Also, he was mating against, he lives in Rudo Temple with freaking Issei or whatever, and also Kuzuku Sensei bought a fiance who was actually a cover up for basically freaking what's it called, Caster, to be able to live in different quarters, obviously, because I feel like Caster wasn't really controlling Kuzuko Sensei. Anyway, Kuzuko Sensei, you know, was pretending to, like, he looked like he was controlled, but he actually wasn't. And my bad for that shake if you heard it. I'm just trying to move my foot from my table, whatever. And also, just like, you know, he says, you know, like, you know, that's the first time I ever heard of someone assuming I was controlled by Caster. You think it's because I'm ignoring Caster's actions, you assume that I'm being controlled. Well, that is not true at all. And I was like, damn, well, this man does not care about lives. He was a killer, so I can see why that he has that mentality, because he was actually a normal human being with a normal mindset, not a killer's mindset. He would have been able to at least show some mercy, or, you know, not everybody. So basically, he's very powerful. I was very shocked at how he was able to counter Saber, one of the strongest knight classes. She obviously has mag resistance and everything else. So she could have, like, oh my, I was very surprised. Also, one part that shocked me was Shiro freaking Imiya-kun's freaking basically a projection magic, whatever, and when he's imagining the freaking, what's it called, the archers, like, you know, strong blades, those blades that he had whenever he, like, fights somebody, when he fought freaking assassin, or basically when he fought him, he had those two, like, little dagger blades, and whatever, he just projected them, you know. And also, he mastered projection magic before he mastered obviously straightening magic, and whenever he normally does it, basically he would make you actually project the item, but there would be hollow inside. But this time it was basically, it was the actual weapon, like he actually had the power of the magic, all the skills. So he, when that one scene was when he was, like, you know, slashing his punches away, and it was like when his hand bled, I was like, oh my god, that was the most badass scene of this episode, yo. Shiro, oh my god. This still proves my theory that I feel like the freaking Archer and Shiro are somehow alike. Oh yeah, and I also cannot wait for that 1 hour finale for season 1 of Facing at UBW. I can't wait for April to come and watch season 2 of, you know, this show. Oh, I'm just so sad that this show is ending, because I thought this show would be 25, you know, episodes, and the other would be 25, maybe 50, but I don't think that would make any sense at all. So overall, I want to know what's gonna happen in the finale. But wow, freaking when Shiro did that, I was like, oh my god, dude. My face was just like, I was just laughing hysterically. I was like, oh my god, yeah, that man's about to get fucked up. And also overall, how freaking Rin also left Archer at home because he doesn't want to see it, because maybe I feel like Archer and Caster have some moral differences. Maybe their morals are alike, and maybe he doesn't want, because also Archer said that, you know, why did you take Shiro as a partner when you could have actually aligned with Caster when she's a lot more, you know, you said, you know, you should put results over, like, you know, morals, I suppose, results over something, results over, you know, what happens, whatever, you know. Even though she kills a lot of people, she's still very strong, very dependable. You know, he didn't really care about morals. That just shows that Archer's morals are very different from that of, you know, freaking Saber's morals or Ryder's morals, or maybe some, you know, a master would actually have good and clean morals. You could see that, you know, he must have done a lot. And also at the beginning of the episode, you could see that Archer was there, you know, making a lot of, like, unlimited blade work. He was making a lot of blades. Like, you know, he doesn't really see death, nor does he know life, and you're just making blades and blades. And maybe he made blades for wars and everything else, because he's very good at swordsmanship. You could see that his freaking daggers are really powerfully strong. Maybe put some magic in there. Maybe he knows straight the magic himself, which I have no idea. The whole, you know how people make jokes like you are that person even though you're not really that person. I feel like in a serious way that freaking what's it called, Archer may be Shiro or Imi. I have no idea if I'm right. Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I want to find out myself. Maybe I will watch Fate Zero after the first season, because I really want to watch Fate Zero. I also heard they have an English dub for Fate Zero. I'll definitely be watching on Crunchyroll, or if the Crunchyroll doesn't have it, then I'll find a way and watch the English dub. Because if I could buy this show, I would legitimately buy Fate Zero if it wasn't so expensive here in the North America or South America. Well, I live in North America, which is Canada, so overall, I just want to know what's going to happen in the next episode of Fate Night UBW, because it is really interesting. Also, how Archer and freaking how he's not going to go, wherever Caster is. How Rin says, I can't allow him to be near Caster or whatever. Also, how Rin had that dream or that projection, or maybe Archer didn't mean purposely to show freaking Rin that, or Tosaka that little dream or memories of him. So I think she knows she's getting to know Archer by basically going into like his mind somehow by sleeping. They're able to do that, or maybe that's some sort of way to connect to your master. When you sleep, they show you projections of their past, also reasoning, because I have no idea what caused Archer's reasoning, or maybe freaking Kuzuko Sensei. I want to know about Kuzuko Sensei, Kuzuko whatever. Also, why he chose to align with Saber. Or maybe he was forced to align with Saber. How he has such strong mana, strong magic. How he was able to counter Saber herself. Like, that was really impressive. Also, how he just destroyed, obliterated freaking Tosaka. No mercy. That man used palm and just pushed her all the way back. Also, her plan to apparently go one. So going to Rudo Temple is only one path, right? And there was like an ambush plan, hoping to ambush him. And that plan went so wrong. It was so quick how it went wrong. Freaking Caster was with him all the time. Or maybe she was using her magic to look over, the area. Maybe some sort of magic herself, where if someone were to enter that, or someone were to interfere with that field, like the invisible field, she would be able to teleport there immediately. So that path to Rural Temple, maybe she put some magic in there, and maybe or Caster's following Kuzuko the entire time from school. Maybe she had a presence, because she's she's like a grade A mage, so who knows, she's one of the more powerful people in terms of magic. So I have no idea. I think Kuzuko might be aware that Caster's a master of her own. Caster is a master of her own. Maybe he approved of it, or maybe he wanted, or maybe he told Caster, I'm gonna allow you to I'm gonna allow you to be a master, which is a highly and more interesting part, because I think Kuzuko doesn't really care. He doesn't do whatever you want as long as you win the war or whatever. I don't really care about the war. I have a feeling that since he doesn't really care, Caster can do whatever the hell she wants, and that's the way a servant, I guess, who are more powerful, I guess, if a servant doesn't depend on master, because remember, a servant is the vessel and the Lord is the master. So whatever the Lord says, the freaking vessel does. I'm getting my words mixed up. I must apologize for that. So overall, I really did enjoy this Fate Night UBW episode. Be sure to let me know if you guys did enjoy this UBW episode in the comment section below. Also, be sure to like the video while you're here. It does help a lot, and trust me, liking the video immensely helps a lot. Subscribe if you want to watch some more Fate Night UBW reviews, because I will for sure be reviewing Fate Zero full series if I can, because I would definitely love to review Fate Zero and that greatness to know what happens. UBW Season 2, of course, I'll be reviewing that as well. So overall, that's the episode, folks. Be sure to let me know what you guys thought. Comment section below again. Sorry for repeating myself. I do that a lot if you're new here. My name is PlasmaRPG, and if I did miss anything very important, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, because always good if I don't mention something, probably because I forget, because I always record immediately after the episodes, and there's so much events that I wish I could talk about. Maybe one day I'll talk about all the events from episode. So I'll be sure to see you guys later. Farewell.